I think it's fair to say the PlayStation 4 has had a damn good run with some of the best first-party exclusives that we've ever seen on any console, in my little opinion. And I'd just like to take this opportunity today on this video to share with you my top 5 PlayStation 4 exclusive games. So sit back, grab a snack, and let's get rocking. At number 5 we have the very cool open world zombie survival game Days Gone. Now, it's not really zombies, they're called freakers, and basically it's your typical post-apocalyptic world scenario, except for you have to manage the fuel on your bike. If you do not and run out of fuel, you have to push your bike to the nearest fueling station or go and find a little red fuel can and take that and fill it up. There's plenty of crafting, plenty of weapons, a massive story which spans 3 sizable maps, which is really cool. There's a lot of hidden collectibles to find, a lot of things to do on the map, and just overall brilliant characters, very smooth looking. It was a little rough at launch, but they've patched it up really well, and they've chucked in a lot of free DLC for extra challenges and modes. Absolutely amazing game, and definitely earns its top number 5 spot. At number 4 we have one of the best reboots ever I think I've seen in a game franchise, and that is God of War. This God of War takes a more up close and personal approach as opposed to its real fast-paced hack and slash sort of just kick the shit out of everything. Although you do kick the shit out of everything here, Kratos is still badass. But you get to use the amazing Leviathan axe, which acts a bit like Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. You can aim with L2, throw it with R2, and then call it back at any point with triangle. In between, you can wail on enemies. There's a massive upgrade system. You can equip different armor pieces and like keep upgrading the Leviathan axe and his other weapons in order to make himself stronger. There's also the customization of how he looks. The characters are really good between Kratos and his son, and Mimir, which is a head that he keeps on his belt. Don't ask, if you haven't played it, play it, it all makes sense. But yeah, it's a very good story, not too long, but also it's not short either, and of course with the God of War Ragnarok being announced, now is the perfect time to get in on it if you haven't already. Taking the number 3 spot is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII, the original that was released in 1997, had a massive impact on me in my childhood. That is the game that got me into JRPGs and RPGs in general, and introduced me to the Final Fantasy franchise. I fell in love with the game and I've loved it ever since, and I've owned it on pretty much every console it's been released on. And this remake is absolutely phenomenal. Did an amazing job with all the characters, expanding on the story, including all the stuff extra they did with Biggs, Wedge and Jesse. I very much appreciated the extra expansion on their characters. But if this had been the full game of Final Fantasy VII Remake, this would have been easily number 1, but unfortunately it is the first section of the original game, just in Midgar alone. However, the game did take me 35 to 40 hours to complete, and I still have absolutely tons to do. There's a lot of content here anyway. I cannot wait for the next part. It does suck it's coming out in multiple parts, but what can you do? I mean, this is what Square Enix are given to us, so we're just going to have to just bend down and take it up the tailpipe. Number 2 is SpiderMan. Now this SpiderMan game, I think I platinumed within the first fortnight it was released. I absolutely love it. I was very grateful for the New Game Plus and the extra hard mode they put in, and all the DLC I thought was pretty cool. Not too lengthy, but you know, pretty cool. If you can pick the DLC up cheap, it's well worth getting if you enjoy the main game. I cannot wait for the Miles Morales Spider-Man game to come out. Of course, the seeds for that are sown in this first Spider-Man game, but I mean, what can I say? The story is phenomenal, the voice acting and the motion capture is great. There's a lot of twists and turns in this that they had some guts to make. The web swinging, you feel like Spider-Man. The combat is fluid, awesome, quick, and you pull off some amazing stuff. This game makes you feel like Spider-Man. And at number 1 is the very awesome Ghost of Tsushima. Now, if you guys have been watching me for a while, or if you've happened to watch my review and first impressions video of Ghost of Tsushima, I claimed then, and I still claim now, that this is probably one of, if not the best, open world single player experiences that I have ever played. Ever. The graphics are amazing. The voice acting is great. The characters are awesome. There's so much to do on the map, so much to find. You get led by the wind to your objective or to your custom marker that you put down. You can customize Jin to your heart's content with different armor pieces, mix and match also. You can do haikus and create your own headbands. Depending on what you choose, depends on what you get. You can upgrade new abilities. You can upgrade your weapons, you can find materials all over the place, you can kick Mongol ass. The combat is difficult, there's a learning curve, but it's well worth it. It's not a hack and slash. You have to be very cold and calculated with what you do. You have to use the correct one of 4 stances to take on the enemy, or otherwise you just get bitch slapped about. The game is amazing. I loved it from beginning to end, and apparently there's some free, actually don't quote me on that, I heard free, but you know what Sony are like, but there's DLC coming out for the game, and I can't wait. It's meant to add in some kind of multiplayer mode. But that's my list of top 5. Please let me know what your top 5 is. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments, and please like and subscribe if you haven't already. That always helps out a ton, and until next time, take it steady.